However, it would not be an awards show if there was no controversy. You know the one.
Let's
You know the one I'm talking
let's
about,
get to
right?
the controversy.
You
Yes.
know what do you think I'm talking about?
Um. Gee, something happened. Someone won an award that set off a community of folks.
Who? What?
Yeah.
Hmm. Uh, let me see if Google who. Oh, so Google's like, oh, you must be talking about Beyonce.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So, if you've been under a rock and have not seen anything, or first of all, good on you, right? Good on you for
You
just
ain't paying attention to this shit.
yeah. So she won Best Country Album for Cowboy Carter, right? She won even though she was up against artists such as Casey Musgraves, Chris Stapleton, Lainey Wilson, and Post Malone. Uh, but let me just say this real quick. The outrage of Cowboy Carter and Beyonce coming out saying I'm doing a country album. You're not country, stay in your lane. Post Malone crosses over and
Ooh wee. Ooh.
oh, you were going to mention that? You're
Mm.
oh, floor is yours. Let me
Ooh.
just ask you this and feel free to answer and take your time on your answer and express your feelings. Did you see anybody jump on TikTok or Instagram or any kind of live or make any post? Who the hell does he think he is crossing over and into? Did you see any of that?
Nope.
Hmm.
Nope. Not at all.
Why do
As a matter of fact, let's jump into this one real quick. Y'all stole Post Malone from the hip hop community. I want y'all to know this. This motherfucker came out with Hollywood's Bleeding, and all of a sudden, oh, he's one of us now.
come
Come
over here?
over.
Hey,
Water's warm.
post,
Water's warm, Mr.
posty,
Post.
posty.
Bring your Popeye's fried chicken over here
You
too.
like beer? Come
Come,
over here. We can crack a cold
come.
one.
Yes, come. Don't bring Beyonce. Do not bring her over here. Bad, bad. Become Post,
Yeah,
please.
you can come
Now,
over here.
now, I just want to point out.
Mm-hmm.
When Post Malone was making White Iverson, and you know,
Mm,
ball for me, and
mm.
you probably think that you are better now. Psycho. He was making all these hit
Rock
records.
star.
One could probably say that he was appropriating the fucking culture, but no, that didn't happen, did it? Did you catch any of that?
No, I also recall. I forget the show he was on. He was on an interview and he said, I'm not a rapper. I'm not a hip hop artist." I remember him saying that. But continue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But did we get mad? Did the hip hop community get mad? No.
Mm-mm.
They followed along. They let him do his shit. When he started into his country shit, we was like, this is a little different, but fuck it. You know what I mean? Artistic expression. Do you. This a lot of this may not be for me. That's cool. Do you? We got you, bro. We still rock with you. Do your country thing. Come back when you ready. It's all good, Post. It's all good. But no, not Beyonce.
Mm.
Beyonce can't be making these pop songs and then go and do her country thing. No, that ain't. Shabuzi, get the fuck out of here. This ain't for y'all. This ain't for y'all.
So
Not
I'm,
artistic.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm of the mindset like when it comes to these award shows, like let's not get caught up into it. I understand a little bit of like shock and awe from those who are big fans of the genre of country music. I am not. However, I do know the name Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
A friend of mine just told me to sit down and listen to Tennessee Whiskey. My first time listening to it.
Love it. Love that song.
And I'm just like, this is like a funky blues type. I can hear this being played in like an old school juke joint, like it
Yeah.
does not give me because in my mind, I'm thinking probably more popular country, like a Luke Bryant, we'll turn this cornfield into a party. Like, old my dog and my truck is broke, shit like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm just like, that depressing ass music. I do not need to listen to that.
Riding on the back of my 18.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I like it.
And then, yeah. So, like Megan is saying, my friend was telling me that Chris Stapleton and his wife, like, they were just making, and they never intended to go commercial. And then one day they're just like, we'll just put our music out there, and it fucking blew up. And people were, because he plays all the instruments, he can, all of this stuff. Like, so the artistic ability and the talent of Chris Stapleton, I am not going to question that at all. Lainey Wilson, I know she was big for a little bit last year, and I think most of it was coming from people like, she thick out here with these bell bottom things, right? Do I know a specific song of hers? No. Did I listen to the Post Malone country song? No. But people were saying between him and Beyonce, his album was more country than hers, which whatever defines country, y'all have at it,
Y'all had Taylor Swift out here making whole pop albums. Y'all called it country. Don't change the game, bro.
You think that's what it is? Like they knew they lost one, so they because they know Beyonce ain't gonna stay in the country genre, so they're just like, don't give it to somebody who's not here for the long run. I understand the outrage because need we remind you, 2013, one of the most egregious robberies in the history of the Grammys happened.
Talk about it.
And was the delegation upset? Yes. Did we voice frustration? Yes. To the point where the winner of the Grammy was like, I shouldn't have got this, after the fact. When you had Macklemore, who had one of the biggest songs of the year, but the whole collection of that album was not beating Good Kid, Mad City.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Who else was up that year? Jay-Z, Magna
Carta,
Carta,
a lot of
Holy
people
Grail,
up for awards that year.
Yeezus, and Drake. When Drake was hot still. When Nothing Was the Same was out.
Yeah.
And then they looked at all these albums, Kanye too with Yeezus. They looked at all these albums and was just like, oh, this thrift shop shit is it.
Nah.
That song, that one where he's like, his coat smells like piss. I like that shit.
Love it.
It's catchy. It was like, I think it got it filled the emptiness of Eminem's. How he'll come out with that shallow, like kind of just funny, comical, just have a good time
Comedic
song. Yeah. And he's talking about I don't spend a lot of money. I go to the thrift store and get my drip. Which was fun. I was in Korea when it came out. Everybody dancing to it. It was a good time. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but when you have people who are very into hip hop and rap, and that wins, there's an outrage. So, fast forward 12 years later, we get this. But this time, I came across a video. It was a young lady holding her child, Caucasian, right? Not that has anything to do, but I'm just trying to describe that. I don't want to bring
paint the picture.
And she's playing the Cowboy Carter song, like a couple other songs from it. And she's like, this ain't country and all that stuff. And again, I'm not going to sit here and try to debate with a country fan that this song, it fits in whatever criteria that you use to decide if a song is country or not. But the caption she used in her video is, I can't wait for Beyonce and Jay-Z to get locked up. Now I'm just like, now you have my attention. And my focus. I'll tell you, and this is how the this is how the algorithm works. So like every post that I would see, like USA Today, NBC, Grammys, whatever, Beyonce wins country album, and people are like, get the rah rah, and I would just put a gif in there like, love to see it. This brings me joy. Every
Your
time I
tears
saw a post
sustain
like
me.
this, every time I saw a post like that, a gif. Ha! I love it. This brings me joy. I love to see it. Yes. And then Facebook was like, oh, you must like this. So for like 2 days, my timeline was filled of other networks and other sites talking about Beyonce winning the Grammy. I'm like, oh, I think I fucked up my algorithm. So I had to stop commenting
Accidentally.
on shit. I had to stop commenting on shit. I was like, oh shit, the algorithm is real. Oh, you must like this. Hey, let's tell him again.
Here you go.
Let's tell him about Beyonce again. I'm like, God damn it. It backfired. But what's your take on this whole thing, man? Is it warranted? The outrage? Like, yeah, we get it. Like from what I hear, Chris Stapleton would have been like the Kendrick Lamar in that year. Like Chris Stapleton dropping something, heart and soul into it. Legitimately, this is his music. And here comes a newcomer out of nowhere. First of all, let me say I'm shocked that Shabuzi wasn't included in all this. But again, I'm not a big country person. That we had a whole nother show about that shit. But what's your take on all of this, man? How you feeling?
Shit happens. Plain and simple. It happens, guys. And this is gonna go back to the Macklemore thing. Everybody knew Kendrick Lamar was supposed to win that Grammy. Everyone. The man made a song called Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. It's one of the best written songs ever, and it was on that album.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one song on that album that was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
That was a phenomenal album.
Yep.
And he hit the Grammy. I'm still low-key mad about that.
Bro, it was a legit story he told. Like when you listen to the songs and the little tie-in skits between, it was a legit story about a kid coming up, a day in the life of a dude in the hood.
Yes.
I'm just, bro, this is storytelling. And my man came out
at its finest.
And it was beat out by oh. Okay.
So we took and we hold this L. You know what I mean? So here, to everybody mad about it, here's what you can do. Shut. And number 2, the fuck up. Because it's done. You're not going to reverse the
She's
decision.
not giving it back.
No, she's not. She won. She won it. If y'all wanted something else to do about it, like y'all should have hyped this shit up, bro. Like the Grammy for this goes to this person. If you wanted it to be Chris Stapleton, I heard a lot of people saying Laney should have won it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad at that. But what I'm saying is, if that's your person and you rock with that person, you should have rocked them all the way to Grammys. Because guess what Kendrick's fans did? Rocked with him all the way to the Grammys. There was talk about the song all the way to the Grammys because it was nominated for the award. He swept. This is what we live in now. The public can sway opinions. So the fact that y'all were quiet about this shit and then Beyonce sneaks in here and wins it, you can't even blame this one on Jay-Z because Jay-Z boycotted the Grammys for DMX. Not even for himself, for DMX. Like, he wouldn't go to the Grammys because they didn't nominate DMX for an award. So you can't blame that on Jay-Z. He has a record of, even the last time they did the Lifetime Achievement Award for him, he called people out then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some of y'all gonna get robbed, rightfully so. You may be robbed. Some of y'all on the other end of that don't deserve it.
Yeah.
Whether you feel like Beyonce deserves it or not, she made a country album. The people that control the awards for that genre decided it was a country album.
Mm-hmm.
Not your ass up there holding Jack, ma'am. You didn't decide that. The people that give the Grammy Awards decided that.
Right.
And they gave her the award. You can't do nothing about it. It's over. The plaque is on her wall. She probably filled it up with alcohol and took a shot out that shit. It's gone. Let it go.
And it's not like she's gonna always be like, she's not coming back to consecutively do country albums.
Right.
So Lainey and Chris and Casey and Post, I mean, they can win it next year, you know? Like Kendrick, like he didn't win the first one. What do you do? Come back with To Pimp a Butterfly? Got it.
Yep.
Just keep making your music. And people will rock with you.
Damn, and got a Pulitzer Prize. That's better than a fucking Grammy, if you ask me.
Chris Stapleton is not losing any money on this. He still has the most streamed country song on Spotify, followed by Shabuzi. But you know, he'll be all right. And if he's not coming out saying I was robbed, none of these other people are coming out saying anything. It's just the fans, which I get it. It's no different than sports. Your team loses, and it's an upset. The refs fucked up, bad call, this, that, and the third. You know, it happens. Your artists aren't going anywhere.
Beyonce is not even country.
This isn't the first robbery.
Won't be the last.
Won't be the last. And before we move on to what I just watched, let me just say, I was listening to my 2000s R&B hip hop. Music Soul Child. How this man has not won a Grammy for at least the first two albums is beyond me.
Exactly. Stapleton bought a house off writing one song.
Oh, this man writes, bro. Chris Stapleton is
there. You go.
The country equivalent to Prince.
Yes.
Untouchable.
There you go.
Untouchable. Nobody is questioning. He knows that this award does not define his career. And he's chill. Y'all don't need to go to bat for this dude like this and embarrass the genre like you're doing. Because some of these comments by some of these people who are upset, and I'll let you guys go. It's not hard to find the post saying that Beyonce won. Go read the comments. The shit's not cute, and it's not a good look for country music and its fans. I'm not
bring
saying
some boots because tears are plenty.